Happy Friday, coaster people. Welcome back to Rollercoasting with Raven. Today, we are heading to Hollywood Studios, so let's get ready. It is currently 6 a.m., and I decided to focus on the Knicks game when I got back from Magic Kingdom last night instead of packing. It's a great day because the Knicks won against the 76ers last night by 49 points. Which was awesome. Jose Alvarado is doing great things for the Knicks, and he's only been in like 3 games. Let's get packing and let's get dressed for the day. I've already placed my order at Artist Palace. I said it again, didn't I? Artist Palette. There we go. Artist Palette. I placed my order there. It's gonna be a great day. This is my last part day of the trip, but it's gonna be awesome. So I got a couple of things yesterday. I am getting a couple of souvenirs while I'm here, and my boyfriend's mom has this awesome magnet collection. We like to go different places, different parks, and she watches our cat. So every time that I go somewhere, even if she's not watching my cat, I like to get her a little magnet. And this one I found yesterday at the Magic Kingdom, and I just thought it was so cute. I try to get something a little different every time. But it's just a pretty basic castle with the main characters, says Walt Disney World. And then I'll show you what else I got in just a minute. I'm gonna show you my outfit of the day in just a second, but I wanted to show you the thing that I got yesterday after the Starlight Parade, and that is a mystery pin box. So if you don't know about pin trading, there are different pin boards all around the park, different guests carry them, and different cast members. So you can trade with a whole bunch of people and be looking out for Mickey-shaped boards at your resort. There's usually 3 or 4 per resort. So you can make a free day if you already have pins out of just going around to different resorts or Disney Springs and trading, and you don't even need a park ticket. You can use all the transportation for free, bus, monorail, Skyliner, boat, you name it, and it is a great way to spend the day. I've done it before, and it is just fantastic. But anyways, these mystery boxes, the ones that are priced at like $22.99 now, are the ones that have 2 pins in them, and you don't know what you're gonna get before you break into them, obviously mystery. But here are all the different possibilities. So out of those, my favorites are probably the Sorcerer Mickey, Yzma, I love Yzma, Mickey and Minnie, obviously. I really love classic characters. Anyways, let's open this first one. I will let you all see it before I see it. Ooh, it feels nice. Aw, that's cute. Okay, I'm awful. I don't even know who these people are. So let me know in the comments, who are these people? So I'm probably gonna end up trading that one, but it is very cute. That'll be a good trader. And then I've got one more. Yzma. Aw, okay, fine. Both of these are gonna be traders, but I was really wanting something Yzma. Also, fit check. This fit is entirely thrifted, and it might not be like the stylish Disney girl vibe, but I really enjoy it. So I'm just bringing this little flannel along because it'll fold up well in my Hollywood Studios bag, and I know it'll be a little cold this morning and then get really hot because that's how Hollywood Studios is. And then I got this from Goodwill. I got this from a friend, and then I got this from Goodwill as well. And it has pockets, so a girl's dream. I'm wearing my Asics and my Nike socks. I feel like my Nike socks are honestly better for the park. And then I've got my jewelry, magic band, all the stuff that you saw yesterday. So very sad to leave, but on to the next place, on to our last park day. Let's get going. Bye, room. This was such an awesome room. Well, it's now 7 a.m. and Artist Palace just opened, and I've placed my mobile order, so I just said I was ready and I'm waiting for it to get ready. I got a kids meal, which is a great deal because you can get your main portion, usually 2 sides, and a drink for cheap. So I just wanted to get some eggs because I was like, protein, that's what I need after yesterday's intense snacking. No regrets though. So I just got here, it's like 8. The internal bus loop does honestly take a little bit of time, but staying at Saratoga is totally worth it. And my room at Coronado is already ready. I got a text at like 7:30 on the bus, so that's really nice. If I want to take a break, it is like one of the closest resorts to here, so I might do that in the middle of the day, but my luggage probably won't get here until like, 5, and that's fine. First stop of the day is going to be Slinky Dog Dash. We're here. All right, change of plans. Slinky Dog is not opening with early entry this morning, probably. So I'm going to head over to Toy Story Mania, probably switch my lightning lane for something else later. That was so much fun. I got 126,000. What did you all get when you've played? What's your high score? All right, let's swirl in a saucer. I had a fantastic early entry, even if it wasn't what I planned. Always remember with Disney, you can never really plan on anything. And whenever you're selecting your lightning lanes, which I did a bad job of this time, just pick your 3 favorites if you can. I didn't pick Slinky Dog, and now it's down, and I'm probably gonna have to wait in a long line like I did yesterday with 7 Dwarves. So anyway, that can be annoying, but we did knock out the other 2 Toy Story rides. Unfortunately, my first lightning lane is Rock and Roller Coaster, but it is down too. So I think what I'm gonna go do is check out Rise of the Resistance, because they have a single rider line, and it's currently 70 minutes in the regular, but I've heard single rider can be pretty short, so let's go check that out, and then we'll head to the other side of the park. I love this. I'm so excited. I haven't been to the one here yet. I've actually been to the one at Disneyland multiple times. First single rider of the day. It was so awesome to get back on Rise of the Resistance. I will say there was kind of a lot of stuff in B mode, but I didn't really wait for that at all. So I'm not mad about it. Again, I was like the first single rider of the day. So whenever that single rider queue opens, highly suggest hopping over there. But I'm about to check and see if Rock and Roller Coaster's up or not. And if not, we might go over to like the Villain show, something like that. Because my other lightning lane this morning is Tower of Terror. So we'll just end up over there for a little bit, and then we'll see where we go. JK, I see Goofy and Max, and they're like my faves. That was so fun. I haven't seen Goofy and Max since I was like 4 years old on my first visit, and that was very sweet.
The ride vehicle has stopped temporarily and will begin motion without warning.
Trying to get to the elevator. That's so cool.
Now, we did during our
The Hollywood Tower Hotel was a star in its own right, a beacon for the show business elite. Now, something is about to happen that will change all that.
That was so much fun. I love the merch for this ride. In my opinion, I think this is the best way to do your day at Hollywood Studios because I've done 2 hours of park time and I've ridden 5 attractions so far. Slinky Dog opened, but now it is like an hour and a half wait. And if you don't know, Toy Story Land, very, very hot in the middle of the day. So we're gonna go check out the shows. I really wanna go see Villains. So we're gonna do that and then maybe I'll do Frozen too. We'll see how much time we have left. I have another Lightning Lane booked for Mickey and Minnie's later on today. And then we'll probably go back to the hotel, check it out because the room's ready. So it's showtime.
For the life of a cook, there isn't a one who won't demand a buggy but Captain Hook.
That was absolutely incredible. Like, if you haven't seen that already, you need to go watch the Villain show. One thing I will note though, is that the same villains come out every time. I wish that they had like Mother Gothel, Yzma. I'm a big Yzma fan. But it was really fun. You get to choose who wins, and that time Maleficent won. I've got a decent amount of time before my Lightning Lane. I'm thinking about getting on the Skyliner and heading over to the Riviera for a second coffee of the day, which I usually don't do, but
welcome aboard, Islanders. You are on the Disney Skyliner at Disney's Caribbean Beach Resort. We're flying to Disney's Riviera Resort with continuing flights to Epcot.
it's looking just slightly stormy, but doesn't Florida always look a little stormy? I think I'll check out the pin boards while I'm here too. Honestly, I didn't see anything good at Hollywood Studios today at all. And I've looked at a ton of pin boards, like most of them are fake or ones that I just see really often. It is just like the perfect day. 70, sunny, wonderful. I know it'll be a little hotter when I get here in April, but I'm still really excited that I get to come back. One of my favorite things about the Riviera is that there's this little patio on either side of the lobby that's just got like 4 chairs on it and a couple of end tables, and you're able to just sit out here, have a chill. It's just for whatever public use.
Welcome aboard the Disney Skyliner at Disney's Riviera Resort, a Disney vacation club. If you are just joining us, we are on our way to Disney's Caribbean Beach Resort with connecting flights to Disney's Hollywood Studios, Disney's Pop Century Resort, and Disney's Art of Animation Resort.
Okay, I keep refreshing for Slinky Dog and nothing's popping up, but you know how you can fiddle faddle around.
Yeah.
The last time I went in that building, it was the Great Movie Ride. I think something may go wrong, guys.
Thanks. Be back in a jiffy to pick you all up. For the same seats and people who watch the wire. What could possibly go wrong?
Hey, hooray, hooray! Step right up, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls.
Thank you for sticking with me. Hey, picnickers! Told you nothing was gonna go wrong.
The bird's gonna get on the bus.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest, I had like kind of a trashy experience getting here. The doors, like the paint is kind of worn off, a lot of them, mine included. There was some dad cussing his kid outside. I mean, it was a wild experience. It's the wild, wild west out here. But now we're in Mexico. So welcome to Coronado Springs. I'm gonna give you a quick little room tour. Like I mentioned before, I just got a standard village location. I ended up in the Ranchos part. I requested El Centro. I would imagine that that's kind of a preferred location, and I'm fine with where I'm at because I'm just staying here one night, so it's whatever. This does have a little bit more of a rundown feel to it and a little bit more of a conference center vibe over in Gran Destino Tower because it's where they host conferences. So if you're not quite into that, I understand, but also this room is really nice, so let me show it to you. Unfortunately, gone are the days that we have a nice little balcony. This is an exterior hallway. It is covered, which is nice because it just started raining. The curtains are really cute too. They really fit the vibe. And then we've got a little bit of Donald Three Caballeros vibe. We've got two nice beds. I've already tested them out and they feel super fluffy. My resort TV was already on. Thankfully, we have more K-cups that I can steal and take home because I usually get Disney coffee when I'm here. If we look under here, then you've got a beverage cooler. Now, this is different than a fridge just because it's not made to keep things quite as cold, so like I wouldn't want to put seafood or anything in there. It's just got a lot of modern touches though, like that's a lamp. What? It looks like a line. But yeah, this has a ton of charging space, which makes sense because they host a lot of conferences here. Here's your guide to the magic and your Hey Disney. You start off with it being muted and you can unplug it from the wall very easily. They always make that accessible in the rooms. Here we've got some drawers. The bottom ones are deeper. And then our full-length mirror is right here. Hello. I really like these bathroom doors. Very snazzy. But before I go in there, let me show you one of my favorite features of the room. You've got all sorts of charging and everything. And then you've got these little reading lights that pop out. And I like to read, so that would be fantastic for me. You've got lighting above the bed. And these are the nice Disney fluffy beds that you always get. So yeah, we'll walk through here. I forgot to turn on the lights for you, but here is what looks like a pretty massive closet, and honestly, not really that big. A lot of it's taken up by the ironing board there. You've got a steam iron, and then a laundry bag, extra pillow and blanket up there if anyone needs it. A little bit of space to store your clothes. I think that you've got a lot of space out here, but the storage areas are not as well utilized as some of the like deluxe resorts and things we've been staying at. They do have this nice little area though with a few different shelves. Let me see if there's anything in here. No, okay. So you've got all your essentials here. You got your tissues, a double vanity where you do have a little bit more space up here that you could throw some stuff if you'd like. Vanity kit, shower cap, mouthwash, bath soap. You know, all the free souvenirs that I'm taking home with me. Whoops. And then you've got a makeup mirror if you like having that sort of stuff. You walk in here and the fan's on, and I can't really turn it off, so I'm just gonna talk louder. We've got towels, towel racks, and then your H2O, not H2O products in here. There is one of those lines where you can hang your bathing suit, which is good because, you know, if it ever stops raining, I might go to the pool. And then you do have a rain shower head in here, thank goodness. I've gotten too accustomed to them now, and now I'm gonna want one at my house. But yeah, just standard toilet. Overall, I like the hotel so far. I haven't been to the front desk yet because I used mobile check-in and just like scanned my magic band and was in. But I do like how it feels woodsy and kind of out of the way. But we'll see what Grand Destino Tower is like whenever I get over there. It's like 3, so they might have my luggage, they might not have my luggage yet. It could take a little while. They said it could take up to 5 o'clock the last time that I'd moved, so the more you know. I think I'm gonna let my phone charge, call my grandmother, all that fun sort of stuff. Random question. Do any of you all have dirty bed and clean bed whenever you're on vacation? Like if it's just you and your significant other or you and your kid or whatever, and you go to a resort, do you save one bed for like the midday break and one bed for sleeping? Comment down below if you do that, because I do the same thing, because I am currently on the dirty bed. Clean bed's over there. All right, girly pops, I've spent like an hour in the room and I've just kind of been chilling out. I called my grandmother and I did all that sort of stuff. And I'm starting to get just a little peckish, and also I want to go down to the front and check out the pool, just kind of walk around the resort for a little bit. I know we've done a lot of walking, but I do just kind of want to give you a little tour of what this space has to offer. And I also want to go grab some food. So let's get into that. I'll probably stop and get my bags at Bell Services as well and have them transport me back here, which is something that you can do at bigger resorts like this, Saratoga Springs, all of the ones with multiple bus stops. This is a service that they offer you. There is a smaller pool that is like right outside of my room. It goes up to 5 feet, and it's just more of a quiet pool. Don't really want to show you random people though. Maybe I'll get a better shot of it tomorrow whenever it's not as crowded. As usual at all of the Disney resorts, the grounds are very well manicured. It just feels like super quiet in my section of the resort, like weirdly quiet. I'll show you this from a distance because having any identifiable children in your videos is very wrong, and that's a hill that I will die on. But it looks very gorgeous. There is a long slide over there. And then there is also a spa on the other side, a pool bar, and there's a little kids play area on the other side. Honestly, this is kind of gorgeous. There's the Grand Destino Tower, obviously. And then there's like the center area with most of the restaurants. You look over there, there's a restaurant out in the middle of the lake. So if you have the chance to request a section and you want something a little bit more lively and fun, request something towards the front of the resort, towards the Grand Casino Tower and like the center town market area. If you want something really quiet though, I would highly suggest going back towards where I am, which is the Ranchos section. There are also little beach areas up here. I think that would be really nice just to lay out there in one of those hammocks. I might do that later or tomorrow morning. If y'all want to follow along with me next week is when I'll be posting this, but tomorrow I'm doing a Little Words Project bracelet, and I'm also doing brunch at Olivia's at Old Key West, which has always been on my bucket list. It's hard to believe that I'm about to check in for my flight in a little bit. That's kind of sad because I've had such a fantastic time here. But also I'm really excited to get back home to my boyfriend and our cat, and it's gonna be Valentine's Day on Saturday. I'm leaving the day before Valentine's Day, so we get to spend that together. I mean, that's just an impressive building. Here is some of the activities going on at this resort right now. It's like the middle of February, if that makes a difference to you. The entire way around this resort is just so gorgeous. I would imagine that this gets pretty hot though in the summer, like there's a lot of pavement and stuff. So maybe that's something to consider if you're coming in like the warmer months. But right now it's February, it's very comfortable, and it just rained and it's like 77 right now, so. It smells so good. I wish I could give you all this smell. The merch seems a little bit more basic and business casual for this place. This jacket is fun, like 4 parks. Well, that was an adventure. It was so busy in the lobby, and honestly, it was around like normal people check-in time because it was 4 p.m. and it was just chaotic in there. It has a real convention center vibe to it. Don't get me wrong, it was gorgeous. There was like a gorgeous bar inside, but it just wasn't really the vibe for me. It took a little while, but I did get complimentary transportation back over to my room with my luggage. So they'll be able to do that at any of those resorts that you have multiple stops at. So like Saratoga, Coronado, the ones like that, Caribbean Beach, then they'll be able to help you get the luggage to your room if you have issues with it. Like I'm a small lady. It was all the way across the way, and I was like, why would I do a 10-15 minute walk if I could just have someone help me drop my stuff off? So that's what I did. I didn't really see anything that I wanted to eat. They didn't have the Coronado Springs pin. All in all, that was not a very successful trip for Raven. I just don't think this is my resort, honestly. And it might be just where I'm tired and it's the end of my trip. You get me, right? Like, there are just some hotels that you go in, and even though they're very nice, you're like, this just isn't the vibe for me. And honestly, out of the 4 that I stayed at, and I was not expecting this, I think Saratoga might be my favorite, but you know, we'll do a little wrap up, maybe an unpack with me video, going over my pins and the different stuff that I bought. But let me know if you'd be interested in seeing something like that. If you are, then I'll post it. See, it's just the little things like that that make it feel a little worn down over here. There are little hidden Mickeys in the elevator. That one might be my favorite I've seen. Look at the cute little marshmallows. Guys, I think I'm about to wave to my adoring fans.
Now wave goodbye to your adoring fans below. Bye!
And shockingly, I'm back at one of my favorite resorts to eat at. So Bar Riva is on the corner over there, and it is one of my absolute favorite places to go and get a drink and just like chill, because if you sit in the right spot, you can get this gorgeous view, which is insane. So let's do that. guys. She is gorgeous. It is nighttime.
Ladies, gentlemen, and islanders of all ages, welcome aboard the Disney Skyliner at Disney's Caribbean Beach Resort.
I'm trying to decide my order for the night. I think what I'm gonna do is go to Tower of Terror, and then I've got a lightning lane for Toy Story Mania, and then I'm just gonna wait it out in the Slinky Dog Dash line. Hopefully by then it's gone down a little bit. It's still like 80 minutes right now, so maybe people will go to Fantasmic and it'll get shorter, so we'll see. My all-time favorite park at night, Hollywood Studios. This at night's gonna be so much fun. The ride that we
Blend of both shadow and substance, of things and ideas. You just crossed over into the Twilight Zone.
The best land at night.
I can't watch! Can someone cover my eyes?
Don't worry, Rex. You got a friend in me.
Here we go!
That was so much fun. I love doing that ride at night, especially like with all the light package and everything. I think they did a fantastic job. Mock made the perfect first kids coaster.